Welcome to Cherryblossom Yoga. I'm Robin Dinerman. This is a half-hour Hatha Yoga class for beginning and continuing students. Today we're going to be either seated or on the floor. If you are unable to do that, please be on your couch or your chair and do whatever you can in terms of number one, the breathing, the deep abdominal breath where you breathe in through the nostrils and out either through the mouth or through the nose. Taking the air in through the nostrils, pulling it down into your lungs, the oxygen goes to your heart, and then it's distributed throughout your body, helping you to think clearly, helping your body to be balanced, and just bringing all your energies together. We're going to begin on our backs, and I think I'm going to aim here for where my blanket is. And we're going to stretch as if you're just awakening today. So bring one arm over your shoulder and stretch and reach. This is my right arm. I'm going to reach through the right foot and then bring the arm back. And this is a big inhale, left side. And stretching, and both arms, long stretch, let your back arch with the in-breath. Then bring your arms forward, knees come up, press your feet into the mat, and roll onto your side. Coming back into a seated position, but don't relax. We're coming right into table. So the hands are just in front of the shoulders and your elbows toward each other. Back of the neck lifted. Your knees under the hips. And you are now a table. Breathe in. The belly rounds. Breathe out, tightening the buttocks, tucking the tailbone under, lowering the jaw to the throat and the chin to the chest, and inhaling. And stretching. So everything we're doing in the beginning is basically a warm-up. A warm-up for when you first wake up. And you want to get your muscles stretched out and wake up your body and mind. Deep breath, belly rounding, arching, tailbone tucked under, belly pulled up, chin tucked in, and your shoulders are neutral. Back is flat, chin to right shoulder, right hip toward the shoulder, back to center, chin to left shoulder. So you're just swaying back and forth, and take care that you're not dropping your neck. You want to keep the neck lifted. Side, side, and pull back into extended child, and lift up into table. So now remember the hands, you've got this little cushion of air under each palm, so there's a slight concave area, and this helps alleviate pressure on the wrists. You're pressing down with the first two fingers and the thumbs. Pull back again into extended child. Now dropping the elbows out or drawing them out, glide over the floor. When your face is between the two hands, arch, and then release that arch, pulling the tailbone back, gliding forward and coming up. So here you feel you're warming up the arms and the shoulders. Called cat on a wheel. So right here, your back is arched, you're in cat. Release the arch, pull the tailbone back. Coming back, you're into table, and then we'll reverse. Bringing the face down between the hands, pull back, extended child, arching up, flatten the back, face down, gliding backward. Reverse, head on a wheel. So now you might feel a bit warmed up. And we're going to come to a seated posture. And I like to sit on the thick fold of my blanket to elevate my hips. So I pull it back so I'm still mostly on the mat. And you can sit with your legs straight out. If you're in a chair, just have your legs down. Or even cross at the ankles. Don't draw the feet back, forward, release, however is comfortable. So I'm bringing my elbows in toward my hips. I'm sitting tall, trying to keep my pelvis straight up and down rather than arching the back or dropping into the posture, which is what most people do. So sometimes I take a hold of my ankle and just pull a little. I feel the sit bones pressing down. I know where the tailbone is. I've got my anchor that's holding me securely. So my right arm is resting on my right leg. I'm coming up, left hand, palm inward, breathe in, and exhale. You want as straight a line as you can, and inhaling back to center and lower the arm down, resting it lightly on your leg. Other arm comes up, palm in, breathe in, exhale. Coming back up, the arm comes down. So we're getting some stretching into the waist and in between the ribs. Now you can go much more slowly. This is just how I'm feeling at the moment. I wouldn't go any faster than this. Both arms up, parallel to each other. Breathe in and exhale, looking straight ahead. Don't drop your gaze. Try to keep the arms in line with your cheeks, and inhale, center, and over, exhale, and inhale, palms together, thumbs linked, lower, just about to the top of your head, and then come up. Separate the arms. Oh, wow. Feel how the shoulders and the shoulder blades sink down as you lower your arms to the floor. And if you're seated with your legs crossed, you might want to exchange the legs. Okay, good. And if your legs are straight, that's fine. So we're going to reach, and I'm trying to keep my knees down and my seat down. And coming back, turning to one side, placing my hands on top of the thigh. I'm going to release the air, twist the rib cage to the right, chin over the right shoulder, eyes to the right corners. And you can hold here and breathe. Inhaling center, both hands on top of the other thigh, releasing rib cage. Pull that left shoulder back, make sure your chin is level. Eyes look over the shoulder and come back to center. We'll repeat on each side. And this is a good one for generating heat, the spinal twist. Pause, hands in yoga mudra and energy seal, thumbs touching. The index finger, hands resting lightly, palms up or palms down. Try to get your shoulders above the hips. Press down through the sit bone. Lengthen your spine, reach up through the crown of your head. Bring your attention to the tip of your nostrils and begin your deep, deep abdominal breath. It's always good to take that pause where you turn inward and breathe deeply. Legs straight out. We're going to bend the knees and flex at the ankles. Point the toes and straighten the knees. Flex and bend, point and straighten. And then as you rotate the feet around, you can still do the point and straighten. But you're getting some more movement into your ankles. And reverse. And cross right foot over left. And turn the feet out. Left foot over right, out and in. Notice which muscles you're using. Do you feel it today? I feel it right here in my thighs. And it can vary from day to day. Any shaking or wobbliness you might feel might be a sign of weak muscles. Now pause with your legs out. Or come into a seated position with your legs crossed, or half lotus, or full lotus, whatever you want, and pause, turning inward. Scan your body from your facial muscles to your scalp, down your neck, into your shoulders, all the way down your arms into your hands and fingers. Returning to your rib cage. Maybe you can feel the beating of your heart, hear the sound of your breath. Move into your abdomen, your pelvis, the hip joints especially. And moving through the thighs, down the legs to the ankles, feet, to your toes. We're going to take a short break, see if you can stay focused on your body and your breath. And we'll come back to Cherryblossom Yoga in just a moment.
Hi, I'm Ryan Blaney, a third-generation race car driver. and we dedicate a lot of our time to going as fast as possible. But when my grandpa was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, it was a very unexpected bump in the road for us. It's important to notice if older family members are acting differently, experiencing problems with their memory, or having trouble with routine tasks. Early detection of Alzheimer's can give your family time to explore support services, make a plan for the future, and access available treatments. If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together.
Welcome back to Cherryblossom Yoga. We're going to continue seated on the mat, this time with the legs straight out, hip distance apart. I'm actually going to scoot forward just a little bit to be on the very thickness of the fold of the blanket. Then I can take a hand and pull the flesh of the buttock back, and I can really feel my sit bones. Now at this point, just kind of ease into a forward bend. And if you want, you can leave your knees slightly bent. You're just feeling out where you are in terms of tightness. And when you come back, don't collapse into it. Stay lifted up. Try to think about hinging forward from your hips and reaching, relaxing into it. Don't force. Don't bounce. Try to keep from your head sinking down. Look at the space, like about 10, 15 feet away. That's maybe 10 or 12 or 18 inches off the floor, just so that you're not dropping your head. And then come up. Okay, cross right foot over left and open. Left foot over right. And notice how this feels in the hips. And then we're going to spread the legs into a wide V and in, and roll out, roll in, and out. And then I like to come forward a bit, trying to keep that space between your breastbone and the navel, or your breastbone and the pubic bone. Using the hands to separate arms, shoulder distance apart, walking one hand after the other, and then walking both, pressing your fingerprints. What are they? Your fingertips into the mat, and then come back. All right. Bring the soles of your feet together in a seated angle pose. Now here I really get a good grip on the ankles. Lift up, and you see that I'm lifting up the upper chest and hinging forward using my arms to separate the legs, pushing them down, and then coming up. So we'll be doing, I like to do this series where I'm doing the seated angle pose and then going into the wide V and doing various stretches. So we're going to go over, this is my left leg, and I'm sinking down. Now I could reach my toes. You might not be able to. You might go to the ankle, you might go halfway down your shin. You just go where your body tells you, because we're going to do this in various forms, and eventually you'll feel some release and some movement. And coming up. So I was looking at the leg the whole time, maybe at the toes. Now I'm turning at the waist. I can feel the rib cage turn. I'm going to slide down to this leg and start easing into it here. So already I can feel the backs of my calves and my thighs stretching just a little. I mean, if you flex, it's going to make it more intense. So my foot is relaxed. Back into Baddha Konasana, seated angle pose, hinging forward, pressing the knees down toward the floor. You can even put your thumbs right inside the arch of your foot and gently turn the feet toward the floor. I'm separating and then opening. Okay. Back into the wide V, lift up the rib cage, turn and slide down. I'm going to reach again. And this time I feel like I don't have to have my knee bent. I can stretch it out and put the other hand on top. Now you may be able to reach to here or here or here, not here. You might feel this sit bone coming up. So kind of keep your mind, a little bit of your mind over there, pressing it down. And we're reaching. And then I'm going to drop this shoulder so I'm facing the foot. Really leaning into it. Then come back, take your time as you move. Ease into a pose and ease out. So now I feel I have to gently turn the rib cage and fold over this foot or leg. Check your neck so that you're not lifting it back and getting a crick in your neck. Just allowing the stretch to happen, letting gravity do the work. And come back. Baddha Konasana. Stretching some more. So you see, as we go from one pose, the Y pose, to the seated angle pose, you're stretching and relaxing those muscles, maybe opening up or releasing the tendons a little. And coming up, out, turning the rib cage. This one I love, and most people can do it. You put your hand high up on the rib cage with the thumb pointed toward the navel. Pull the shoulder back and the elbow, and then turn and look over the elbow. Both legs are straight. And you can stay in this posture for a while. Breathing deeply. Each time you exhale, you'll have a little bit more release. And if you're feeling flexible today, you can put your hand on the other hand, lift the elbow, tuck your face in, and turn your head and look up to the ceiling. Great stretch at the waist. And inhale up. Ooh. And turning toward this foot. Hand high up on the rib cage. Thumb pointed toward the navel. Turn your head. Pull the shoulder back. Peek over the shoulder. Stay here if you like, or a big arc over. Bring your hand to hand, lift the elbow up, tuck your face inside, peek up at the ceiling. Allow yourself to sink down more in the posture. And inhale up. Ooh. Seated angle pose, bring the feet in closer. Loosely interlace your fingers, wrap them around the lower toes, and lift your breastbone up. Quickly raise and lower your knees in the butterfly. And then we'll find another butterfly, which I will show you in just a moment. So back into the wide V. And if this is becoming too much, you can bring your legs together, do what feels right, but I'm going to separate some more. So I'm going to place hand on hand. Now this top hand has a butterfly on it, and it's a beautiful, brilliant creature, but I have to move very slowly and watch the butterfly so that it doesn't fly away. I don't want to disturb it. If I can, I'll lift it up to the sun and reach up and come down. And one more time. Following my hand, following the butterfly. And lifting and reaching. And moving slowly and smoothly. And then put it on your other hand and come to the other side. Watching the butterfly. Don't let it fly away. And lift. And again. Back to center. Return to a seated posture. Form the yoga mudra. Position your hands, elbows in, press down through your anchor. The sits bones and the tailbone travel up your spine. Cross the back of your head, scalp to your face, and breathe in. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you're feeling wonderful, and I hope you can carry that feeling with you for the rest of the day, into the week, and into your life. Namaste.